1. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2 between San Francisco University, I believe, yeah, and University of Texas, I think, Binski's team, without the Binski. Let's see the University of San Francisco on the Radiant side this time with first pick, and Binski will be Dyer on second pick. And with me is my co-commentator, Chinchillax, the Chinchilla, I don't know.
The Chinchilla, indeed. Spaghetti pants, okay.
Well, that's an innuendo if ever I heard one. Alright.
So here, Radiant's first pick.
Yeah, Radiant's first pick in every matchup, but Dyer's, yeah. Which is it's kind of bad because it's a proven fact that Dyer doesn't have an advantage. It's 50-50 pretty much, but second pick has a better win percentage by like 5 points, I think. So by giving him Dyer and second pick, it's technically double tap, but whatever.
Well, it didn't help him last game, so.
I personally like Radiant better, but that's just me.
I like Radiant better because back in Dota 1, Radiant used to have the host who was actually a good player, so.
Okay. But it was also Sentinel Scourge back then, so
yeah.
Makes a difference. Makes a big difference.
Yeah, the name. Here we see Tidehunter ban, so they don't want to mess with that guy again.
Yeah, they can hide from the Tide apparently. Yeah, I set that up because I was waiting for you to laugh before I talked again, but whatever. I see Bat banned out by Binski and Coddle, so yeah, they do another Coddle ban. Interesting that they invest so much into getting that hero out of the pool early.
I guess it's just a personal preference by the team.
Oh yeah, but here we go. We actually get to see a Darkseer.
Yeah, and even though they get a Coddle ban, they don't ban Darkseer.
Chen, thank God, somebody's actually gonna jungle properly in this. Well, hopefully jungle properly. Yeah, I always love seeing Chen. He's not that hard to micro, but people have this stigma against Chen and Enchantress, and I never get to see them play it a lot unless it's a pro game, and I love watching amateur games because it just shows me more of the potential of heroes, because if you don't play them perfectly, what kind of weird builds can you get away with, and what kind of weird things can you creep into?
on 5.
Well, of course, but you forgot Ethblade and Refresher.
Well, that comes afterwards.
No.
We need to kill Roche fast.
You buy them all at once. You save 20,000 gold or whatever until 50 minutes in the game. And we see a bounty hunter right away, yeah. So that's actually frighteningly good lineup by SFU.
Yeah, let's see what their next pick is going to be, because Darkseer is probably going to be jungling and bounty hunter is going to be offlaning.
Yeah, but they might change things up. We'll see. Because you can even, well, I guess you can't. You can Darkseer mid, jungle, or offlane, or really safe lane if you have an offensive tri-lane. But I was just thinking you can't really put bounty hunter anywhere else. Although you could safe lane the bounty hunter, put Darkseer mid, and get an offensive tri-lane. But I think what the thing with their SFU is more they saw the Darkseer and bounty hunter in the pool and picked them more than they have a plan behind it. And they do pick up the Quap this time.
Taking that Quap away from Sun Lisa.
Oh, Rattle Trap. Hell yeah.
One of your favorite heroes.
It's weird because the thing about Clockwork is if they're not paying attention with the vacuum, he could potentially trap people inside his cogs and then Darkseer pull him out so he can run away and just be free. So I feel like this is a random example how Darkseer actually helps Clockwork, but Clockwork's a really great hero at just disrupting a team fight. And right now what they're going for is the THD is going to throw that Macropyre and Ice Path in the middle of the team fight and just bait people into coming near him. Well, the Chen is always going to be on the back foot to send people back and heal, and the Clockwork's just also going to disrupt the team fight, going in there, throwing cogs, getting a battery assault going, and just messing with people's minds. So they're really going for a chaotic team fight right now, while Engineers Rule the World are going for a very specific tactical team fight kind of thing.
And I also can't help but figure the Clockwork Chen combo. The Clockwork can just come in and initiate, and then he can get out scot-free because of Chen.
Huh, that'd be... We need to try that, Chen. You
We
send no,
do.
because like level 1, what's the delay? 6 seconds. You put the clockwork on. You send the clockwork back. He hooks in. Cogs gets sent back, and you just you get out for free. That's brilliant. It's like the least efficient way to do a pudge hook, but yeah.
No, no, it's not about it being a punch hook. I mean, just getting clockwork out of the fight
Oh no,
if
I
you when
got
the
this.
initiates.
I got this. Okay, so you have a pudge. You send back the pudge, who hooks the clockwork as the clockwork is cooking someone else. So
Oh
you
my
save
God.
2 heroes with one send back.
Oh wow. Wow.
But anyway, they
Calm down, bro. Calm down.
yeah. So engineers rule the world. They're gonna ban out the mid heroes, so Nevermore and Templar Assassin. I guess they just want to have Quap have a free mid, and since they figured none of these heroes can really particularly mid well, they just want to get them out of the pool now.
Still Invoker in the pool.
I'll be interested to see if they ban it. Although they did see how a Quap just shit on Invoker last game, so I don't think they need to really worry about it. But we'll see. They do ban out, or Binski does ban out Enigma and Lesh, so they want to take out team fight slash tri-lane heroes slash pushing heroes actually, which seems to be a thing. They don't like pushers. They got rid of the Coddle, or the anti-pushers, I guess, because they got rid of Coddle, they got rid of Leshrac, and they got rid of Enigma. Were great pushers slash anti-pushers.
They just want to go man on man team
And
fight.
yeah, and they banned the Rubik, which they have to think something's coming because I don't think Rubik's the only thing Rubik could really want to steal is Ice Path right now, since I mean cogs are going to be awful for him since he needs to be at range. Battery Salt, he's going to be at range, and Hook, unless he's trying to Woe Dota hook himself out of a fight, I can't imagine he's going to need it. So it's a little bit of an interesting ban. But is it a
Disruptor.
disruptor? Now, it would make my day if they picked a Naga, but I don't think they will. Because I always love the Naga Disruptor combo where you just silence them and lock them in while the silence is going on, or the sleep's going on, and then you drop the sleep and they're just in a perfect position for a Darkseer wall, Quapple, all kinds of things.
That's actually a good point. I can see Naga fitting in perfectly here.
Yeah, and it would work well for a dual lane with the Darkseer in the jungle, I feel like, especially with the Quap coming in and support.
Hmm.
So we'll see. Interested to see what Binski picks up. I feel like they definitely need a lion. Okay.
Well,
Well,
that just
Earthworm
blew
Jim
your
makes it.
theories out the water.
No, Earthworm Jim makes a surprise appearance, but I was watching the. You were watching the Empire game with Funnick, right? Where he
Yeah,
just went.
yeah. That
He
was
just went.
ridiculous.
He demolished people with Lion just because he had was leveling Impale and Mana Drain. He always had levels or Mana to spare, so he could Earth Spike into a or get into a fight Earth Spike, and by the time the fight ended, and catch out any retreating heroes with Earth Spike. And it's really powerful. You level 1, since he does 600 damage with his finger, even though it has such a long cooldown, if you can just get the heroes and start rolling with it, he can just catch out a support every time. And if they have detection for that bounty hunter, he's going to be cannon fodder. Or
I
the
wonder if he's
disruptor
going to
even.
be going mid like Funnick did.
I don't think he can go mid against Quap. I don't think he can hold his own there. It'll be
I think
interesting. He could drain mana, and we do say an AM pick from wow. So I don't know if I like this out of SFU. They have a carry for the late game, but they also have 4 heroes who rely on ganks, and well, I guess it kind of works out if they can just get the 4 heroes going together and leave space for the AM and the farm. But they definitely have a heavy ganking lineup, and as the game goes later, it's definitely going to favor them with a Darkseer and an Anti-Mage on their team.
Binsky could go Faceless Void to combo with the Jakiro and Clockwork Chen.
I don't think they will though, because the thing about Void is I don't like Void against AM because Void will always lose the farm war unless he gets a perfect start Midas in the Battle Fury into free farming for 25 minutes into getting a lot of kills. You need to have a pretty damn good start. And they go Chaos Knight. Great pick here. It's just going to stop the AM so much by man fighting him. And he's a tanky hero who can deal with a lot of this dishing out pain that they're looking to gank, and it sets up for a try-on really nice with the Jakiro on the Chen.
Hmm.
The only problem is there's a lot of AoE on SFU, even like Vac, Wall, uh, excuse me, Quap Ult, Quap Scream, and Disruptor's abilities are all gonna fuck with his CK's illusion, so he's gonna have to make something happen pretty early. You can do Binski this time if you want.
All right. So for Binski, we have Mekami playing the Chen, and what is this guy? Enjoy playing the CK. Sunlisa is playing the Lion. He's going mid. So the Immortal
Okay,
Rod's gonna be playing Clockwork, and then we have Flames on THD.
and we have the adorable Boar Courier. So we're gonna have Samus is gonna be playing the Bounty Hunter, probably off lane. We're gonna have Rai is gonna be playing Disruptor. Unholy Pyre is gonna be playing the Quap. Arcanaut is going to be playing the AM, and last but not least, Half Easy is going to be playing on the Darkseer. And it looks like they're going to go 5-man jungle, which is really important against Chen because they need to block his important big camp spawns and just absolutely start him from having any pressure against their offlane hero right now.
I don't agree with this AM's choice of items. The Quelling Blade early is fine, but then he also needs a Stout Shield because he's going to be harassed in the tri lane.
Well, it's also that they didn't pool him regen, he bought his own regen, which isn't really good. AM's the most important hero on their team right now. They need to make sure that he has such a good start, and by making him buy his own regen, he's just going to be behind the entire time. Obviously, it's AM, so he's always going to be able to farm, but I also don't like this decision by SFU. They only warded one camp, and then they backed off, and they knew there was a Chen.
Mm-hmm. Like this ward or this camp right here is so easy to gank with. Though he's not an enchantress, which is never mind.
Well, he can still gank pretty easily. It's just that it's more of a gank into a tower push, while Enchantress is more just get that gank and then go back to the jungle, get a creep and gank again.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember back in the ex-Gosu days, or well, I guess they were still It's-Gosu at the time, when they used to have Last Hit Magic and Mikey would gank with a Chen and DS every single fucking game. They would go all the way from here, they would go behind the tier 1 tower bot, and they would get a kill. And it was really beautiful to see. So it looks like they're going to have an offlane Clockwork who's going to do nothing against the AM, and Disruptor's just going to sit here and babysit, make sure he can't get anywhere in the lane. Meanwhile, Lion against Quap, that's going to be an interesting lineup. I haven't seen this in a long time, but he seems to be winning on CS right now. And
Lion is a really good mid, especially against Quap because she doesn't have that much base HP. So once he gets to level 6, he can 2-spell down, kill her with 2 spells.
I guess, it's just, I can't believe they're doing it. And it looks like Darkseer is going to jungle. But I think CK is going to have a pretty good time up top. Not a lot BH can do. I guess, especially since CK is just so goddamn tanky that he can't trade hits like he could with, say, a Tidehunter.
But he is going to get a lot of XP because I don't think they can kill him since they do have sentry wards, never mind.
Well, it looks like Clockwork is committing his flares to mid, but he did miss that last one.
He's at 0 experience so far.
Yeah, he's not going to get anything. If this Disruptor plays, yeah, this Disruptor is playing it beautifully. You don't need to pull, you need to stop this Clockwork from getting levels more than anything. Especially since they have a Darkseer who's going to be taking the farm anyway. Who does need a, he's going to an interesting build. I guess he's rushing Soul Ring, but Tangos and Branches aren't exactly the best jungle build, I think.
I think health potions are a lot better than Tangos for jungling anyways.
Yeah.
Because they provide the burst region instead of constant region.
Yeah. Looks like Chen's having a pretty good time. Interesting, THD's only doing a single pull. I'm not sure if he's going to try and pull the hard camp to supplement it, or if they're actually looking to push here. Although Alpha Wolves are the best creep to do a pull with because they absolutely demolish your creep wave.
He might be doing a pull.
Yeah, he's doing a double pull. Yeah. And good on Disruptor. He's sticking with this, was keeping the Clockwork out of lane.
Oh, he missed the pull.
Yeah. Oh well. And won't be able to stack either. That's a shame.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of XP for a Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, we see Quap or Lion seems to, did he bottle Crow or did he just get that bottle? I'm not quite sure.
I think he just got his bottle.
Okay, but he's able to trade pretty effectively with the Quap right now. And just
he might die. Oh, Quap didn't go on him.
Yeah, I don't think she was ready. I think she wants to hit 6 before she does anything.
She is going for the Shadow Strike build, unlike last game.
I personally like 2 levels of Shadow Strike against a bottle user. Like, maybe not against an Invoker, I'm starting to think about, because the thing about 2 levels of Shadow Strike is that it stops you from using your bottle regen, because it has enough dot tick over to interrupt it. But against an Invoker, he's obviously not going to have bottle, so you don't need it as much.
You see AM's leading the last hit board, which is good for the Radiant.
Hmm. But the thing is, as good as that is, Seagate might have a little less, but he's gonna have, and he's soaking experience with the Jakiro is the thing. As you see, he's only level 4, while AM is level 5, and this Disruptor is just starting to pull now. But they also have a Chen in the jungle, and they'll be able to get an early tower. They don't really have a pushing lineup for the Radiant, so I'm not quite sure they'll be able to get this tier 1 as fast as the Dire will. And the Dire is setting up for it right now, especially with the Sentry Ward in lane. If the Bounty Hunter comes out at all, they're just going to go punish him. Although, I question, I think the Shakiro should have gotten 1 point in Liquid Fire. Since they did have a Chen, they knew they'd get an early tower.
Oh, well played by Lion. Oh, never mind.
No, she got
you
the
could grab a
haste
rune while hexed?
Yep. Now you know.
Knowing
and knowing half the battle. Yep. So it looks like, yeah, the AM's doing a pretty good job. Darkseer's getting a decent amount of farm in the jungle. I think it's, Disruptor, is he going to pull it or is he going to be selfless? Okay, he's going to be selfish. I thought he was going to leave the stack for the Darkseer, but he says nay.
I don't think Darkseer could have handled the stack anyways.
Yeah, probably not, but still being a bro.
Well, I want this Clockwork to have a pro rocket in the jungle to get Darkseer.
Yeah, right. He's not even high enough level to do it. Looks like Chen's was going for a gank, but he's been spotted out. So much for that. I think every jungle hero needs to have a smoke on them early, because a Chen gank with these creeps, well, maybe with a netter instead of the satyr, but it would still be working out pretty well for him if they could get a gank off on Quap, since she is having a better time mid than this Lion.
Yeah, so I guess you were right about Queen of Pain destroying Lion, because that's what she is.
I feel like the thing about Lion is he can't harass at all. Well, here's an interesting thing. Quap's actually skipping her ult. This build's always interesting to me. The people. Oh, sorry, I missed
first blood on Bounty Hunter.
That's 2 games in a row. Oh well. Well, I'm too depressed to finish my thought. But no, if you don't feel like you have the mana and you're not going to be getting ganks off, then you might as well not go ult on Quap. And since her only ganking opportunity is this Clockwork bot who has nothing, it's not really as beneficial for her to level her ult, since she can get away with killing this Lion with just a scream, I feel.
Keep an eye on mid though, because Lion is 6 and he's looking for a kill.
And yeah, his level 1 ult is 600 damage.
Yeah, that's basically all.
Which is her. Even though before magic does, but 1 impale and ult, she's dead. Although if she has quick fingers, she might be able to get the invis off in time, but we'll see.
Oh, she's going in.
Oh, do it, Lion! Finger her.
Oh, he didn't
my
hex.
God!
You should have hexed. Because if you hex, you get a lot more auto attacks off.
Yeah, he could have got her with the finger alone. I think she had 400 health. That would have been plenty. But I guess he got greedy. I mean, if she comes back, she has an invis. Yeah, and here's a bounty hunter who's level 6, and they're gonna be able to track the Lion. He's dead. He's gonna use a finger. Yeah, there he goes. Oh, at least he gets a consolation prize.
Yeah, but he got the experience too for the kill.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think he underestimated how much damage the finger did.
And he's also going max and hex after Impel.
I also want to point out that this is the biggest hentai thing ever.
What?
I just keep talking about Lion fingering Quap. And she's already into S&M, so...
Well, you can't really help it, can you?
I can't, she can.
Okay.
And looks like Bounty Hunter's just had enough up top. He's gonna soak some levels of until Quap's coming back. But he should be done at this point. He should go gank bot, go gank the jungle. He can get this Chen fairly... Oh yeah, he got Chen's health. He can get him.
He's level 7 already. That's ridiculous.
That's pretty good, but he could have got a tower in addition to this. You can level really fast as Chen in the jungle since you just...
I'm at Bounty Hunter.
Oh, okay, fine.
Because look at that. Look at the difference between the two.
But the thing is, they only got 1 kill on this Bounty Hunter, and they've invested a lot into wards and stuff. And he might be looking mid, but there is a Clockwork who is only level 4, so he can't really do much. I think they are looking to go mid on Lion though, because his finger's gonna be on cooldown for a long time.
If he catches Chen out, he could get him really easily.
Yeah, but I don't know why he's not trying for it.
Oh, he has no levels in Shuriken Toss.
I don't mind that build though. Yeah, maybe one level of Shuri, but I don't think Shuri is this level. Oh well, they're gonna go on line right here. Looks like the Quap was able to bait the lion pretty hard, and yeah, there's a track kill. Oh, maybe Hand of
Oh,
God.
thank God.
He should get one more crit though. Yeah, there we go.
It's a lot of track gold.
Yeah, and now Chen got his level 7. He's gonna push top. So I guess he was just waiting. Generally, you want to do it level 5, but I guess he wanted 3 creeps to be sure.
I feel like Lion was way too aggressive because he didn't have his finger, so he couldn't have gotten the kill on Quap anyways.
Mm. Yeah, and he was doing all right mid. Like he's not winning, but if you look at the CS, he was fairly even with her.
Mhm.
Oh, interestingly, Chen backs out. Yeah, he should keep going for tier 2 because I think his Hand of God. Well, no, it's not even close to being up, is it? No, it's 100 seconds. But
Yeah,
he's got a
because he's
headdress and he's almost got his mech. I feel like he can get away with dying here, even if they have to die for the tower. But we do see the Disruptor is hiding around behind it, and Bounty Hunter's going to start tracking. Yeah.
the Radiant doesn't have that much counter. Oh, he's
Oh
going
wow, this Disruptor's going to go down. Yeah. Even though he missed the ice path, it's going to be enough. And oh, Bounty Hunter's got to be careful.
CK is very manly.
Yeah, but here comes the Quap, and she has her Scream, yeah, and there she goes. She's gonna die instantly. Looks like she will go down, though. Lion has his finger if he wants to get the Darkseer, but I think he needs a little more chip damage. Be interested to see if he's gonna go for it or not.
Oh, he needs the Impale to land.
He can't get the Impale. Yeah, it's too far away. And Bounty Hunter's right on top.
Bounty Hunter might die.
Oh,
Oh, he has no mana.
yeah, Lion doesn't have mana. He's trying to get a bottle up, but I don't think he's gonna get enough. Oh, he barely has enough. Oh, wow! Gets him in
That
the fade
range.
time. Good job. That was good of him to stick with it. He might have. Some people might have backed out there, said, "Oh, I don't have mana," but he got his last bottle charge and got a max level finger or max range finger. So
Yeah,
good
that
for
was
him.
very good finger.
That's a really
Just
long
saying
range.
that.
I
just
know,
saying
right?
that.
But look how that's a really long range. I always forget how long that range is. I think it's a lot longer than Lena's, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think that's because Lena's range increases with cast with
Yeah.
level
Oh,
up.
Quap went way too far in. She's gonna pay for it. Good job by the CK sitting on that cliff. And the clock, I'm not sure if it was intentional, but he baited that pretty hard. Made himself look like tender meat, and she just did it.
But he's a robot.
No,
Okay, he's Iron Man. Happy.
no. And because he's a Tin Man battle plan, that's his quote. So he's made of tin. Looks like Lion's going treads. I like that, if he can tread switch. I always hate people who just go treads and don't line. Oh, he doesn't have a finger, so I don't know what I was thinking there. But, if he gets another impale, no. Aim should be fine. But, if he tread switches, it will be fine. But I hate people who just go treads for the health, unless you're like a specific hero, like a Rubik, for example, where he has plenty of mana. You just need to have a health pool. Looks like Lion's tracking this bounty hunter, or the other way around. I'm not sure. Looks like he's just gonna Janata and run away. Okay, not very brave.
His AM is very close to his Battle Fury.
So good on him for just farming this entire time. And the other thing is the Darkseer has more last hits, but obviously it's not the same amount of gold as the CK has, who is going straight armlet, which excuse me, after drums, which I really love. Armlet on CK is so powerful, just because it affects his Phantasm as well. And Darkseer's going an interesting, and by interesting I mean incorrect build, and that he's maxing Surge and then Shell when he should be getting levels of Vacuum, but Quap's gonna go down to a very simple routine there. Just a CK combo kills her instantly. Looks like Lion is able to hex up on the Bounty Hunter, and if he has a finger, he should finish her. Oh no, never mind. 3 seconds left. Stun, and he'll be fine. Or he can save his ult. Excuse me. Wow. Oh no, it was on cooldown anyway. I always forget that 170-second cooldown, is just, or 160 is so long.
Yeah.
It's like Darkseer needs to be careful. He's got no mana. Yeah. I'm not quite sure why he decided to level Surge, but that was really questionable decision on his part.
Usually, don't you leave Surge at level 2?
Yeah, well, you leave it at level 1 until you go 8 and 8, and then you level 1 more in Surge, and then you go into Wall. But you want to max your Vacuum more than anything. You just need that range and the ability to spam it more off, or for more damage and for a longer range. Looks like CK is gonna comes back in. Interesting to see if he can get out of this. Yeah, he gets out of the kinetic field, and Clockwork's gonna have his back with the cogs. Ooh, and Disruptor throws on his ult too. It's pretty low health if the CK wants to turn around on this, especially with the net creep here by Chen.
Clock's going back in.
Clock's going ham. Yeah, he's able to pick off the Disruptor. Still has a stun for the Quap, and she's gonna go down. And Darkseer's pretty low. But Bounty Hunter's on the trail, it looks like. He does have Cog, so it'll be interesting if he can get a Cog on top of the cliff. Yep, there he goes.
Well
Beautiful
played, well
play.
played.
Oh, but AM's after him. He doesn't have a finger up on line. I think he's going to get it right here. Do it. Do it. Oh no, Clockwork's hook did get blocked there, but yeah, Lion's able to get the kill. And it looks like, yeah, this Darkseer's going to go down as well. He's nice body blocking by the Chen, by the way, on the siege, or not the siege creep, the net creep.
Well, this is just going really bad for the Radiant.
Oh no, Enjoy, no, you dick. Lion was mana drain and range creep, and Enjoy targeted it and killed it instantly. Poor guy.
Well, it's only level 1 mana drain, so.
It's still, but that makes it even more important that he get it off.
Yeah, that's true.
So looking at items, you do see AM has his Battle Fury. Quap is nothing. Darkseer went for an early Vanguard. Bounty Hunter is nothing, and on the other side, Chen's got his mech. Jakiro's got mana boots. Do see drums and an armlet pretty soon out for CK, and the Rattle Trap has arc boots and stout shield. So
there's a drastic change in the experience graph.
Oh yeah, well that's a plateau in gold too.
Yeah, that one fight, it just kept going and going and going.
Yeah, that was a pretty long fight. People just kept buying, and since it's so low level, when they come back, they just come right back in and die again. But I mean, Binski's pretty much rolling them right now. This CK is getting to the. Oh my God, he has 3K. Wow, he's got 3K.
You could just get a Reaver and just be unkillable.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He might just go straight hard at this point, because if he can get like a 20-minute hard, it's gonna be out of control. You just can't stop CK, who's got that much.
There's nobody
health.
on the Texas team that could kill him.
Interesting point here. He went 2 points in crit instead of 1 point in Phantasm. Generally, you go Phantasm at 10 and 11, but he chose to go for 1 point or another point in crit for some reason.
Maybe he feels he can't support the mana, but I mean, it's Phantasm is just so good of a spell that you can't.
I just think he misclicked, to be honest, because I don't know. 50% crit isn't worth the 200% damage you get from your Lucian.
Look at this extra aggressive warding by the Dire, right in there.
Yeah, I like it. Since they know Darkseer and AM are gonna have to farm the jungle, since they have complete map control at this point. They just continuing on. Nice pull by Clockwork. He's just getting the Radiant creep wave out of the way so they can kill this tier 1 tower easier. Looks like Chen's in no man's land. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. Well, I guess he's gonna just defend, but it's kind of leaving everybody to die bot, even though he does have Hand of God up.
Yeah. Well, one thing I have a problem with AM's skill build is he didn't go the Burling build against CK, which is necessary against CK because he just does so much physical damage that you need the extra stats for the tankiness.
Well, it's not even that. It's the one thing you can notice is if he even went mana break, because he needs to drain CK's mana since CK is just so mana dependent, and he has no mana items right now outside of drums. Oh, so CK went straight BKB. I like that as well because he can just run in there and man fight whoever he wants at this point. And outside of AM and Bounty Hunter, there's no physical damage. So
yeah, it's a very good choice. I probably should do that more.
No. I don't like it first, but I think it's smart of him to recognize that he needs a BKB. I think he should have gotten his armlet first because he just has that armlet. Or well, I guess it's a good base item as it is, 5 armor and 3 HP. We do see aggressive ward, but it's in tower range, so that's a little bit.
Oh, nice Chen.
Yeah, they are gonna get the Darkseer right off the bat, and Clockwork's gonna hook in. And is he gonna get the cog? Yeah, but everybody blinks out of it.
Oh, creates a good zoning thing.
No, it looks like CK is able to pick off the disruptor right off the bat. And they're gonna just go back for the tower. I like this. This is really smart of them not to continue fighting. They can get this tower really easily now that the disruptor's gone. They might as well take advantage of it. And anybody runs in like the Darkseer, he's just gonna die instantly. And yeah, he pops. Yeah, pretty easily. And Lion's mana draining the Quap too, so that's pretty good.
And he didn't even have to use his BKB.
Yeah. Getting a little lag, but hopefully it fixes itself. Looks like Bounty Hunter has no mana, even though he's just trying to track right now.
They're so low level they just respawned.
And yeah, AM doesn't even have his treads finished right now. Looking at the gold permanent, yeah, he's way behind. The CK is already at 545. The CK is falling out of control. Looks like the Lion is able to get a combo out onto the Quap, and she goes down instantly.
This might be game over, in my opinion.
Well, they need to finish. Yeah, there they go. They weren't finishing the racks for some reason. But Oh, they looks like they're
Yeah.
going to be able to get the bounty hunter. Yeah, nice ice path, and he'll go down right away.
Yeah.
I'm a
I
little
mean, right
interested.
now this AM shouldn't be here. You should be farming top
Well,
or
I'm
mid.
not quite sure why they're still pushing bot. Mid tower is pretty pushed in right now. They can just go. Yeah, now they're going to rotate for it. I guess they just wanted another creep wave, but
And in this game, if I was AM, I would have rushed Treads instead of Battle Fury because I knew they were going to be early engagements looking at their
yeah,
lineup because
just
CK is
looking
good.
the CK alone, but you'd throw a lion on top of that, and THD is always around the team fight.
Yeah, I mean
So,
Treads would have helped him so much because Battle Fury right now he's not even farming right now,
hmm
so Battle Fury is really useless.
well, he does finish his treads, but he's got him stuck on strength because he just has no health. Because, like you said, he didn't go the burning build. It looks like they're gonna get this tower uncontested right now. And yeah, this is pretty cut and dry. I'm not sure what they're gonna be able to do to defend the racks.
Phantasm's up in 18 seconds, I
And
think.
Lion's got his ult, so.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But with track gold, they can come back.
Yeah, you never can count a team out, but when you're 2 racks down in under 20 minutes, it's pretty dire.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Is Quap ult? Yeah, I don't know why she's not. There she goes. She's finally using
Oh,
her
that
ult.
was a
Does catch
nice
4. Nice
initiate.
ult. Nice ult off a vacuum, but the silence does come in. Hand of God goes off, and yeah, CK is just going to ball out of control here with GKB up. Catches 3 out, and AM's just going to run away.
Yeah, AM can't really do anything to CK right now.
Yeah, AM did manage to get in and pull off the Chen after he used his combo, but yeah, there's GG, and that's a bit of a stomp by Binski, so good job by them. Uh, and they're gonna move on to the next round in the winners bracket. While meanwhile, San Francisco is gonna drop down the losers bracket, and hopefully we'll see them again because they put up a valiant effort.
Hmm.
So, thanks
Yeah,
everybody for watching, and I'll see you next game.